and welcome to finally a new episode of the Knitting Hobbit podcast. It's been a while since I've been able to film. If you've been following for longer, you'll know that I am back to a full-time job, which means that my afternoon or Monday morning filming time is gone. And that means I have to film in the weekends, and I like to be home alone when I am filming, which has been impossible because the weather has been really bad, so no one has been leaving this house. So today there's still my dad at home, but my mom is gone, so we're just gonna take it. I am finally back. I did do quite some knitting, even though I am working a lot again. I do not have many whips to share, but I have finished stuff to share, which is really, really exciting. So let's just dive right into it. First off, what am I wearing? And this is also my first finished object. This is the Nordiska by Caitlin Hunter or Boyland Knitworks, and I will get up a bit so you can see. Excuse the sweatpants, but this is the Nordiska. So that's the Nordiska, and I need to get the chair up a bit. I feel like I'm a bit low. I knit this in Filcolana Arwetta. I think I got gauge. I can't remember. So last episode I was knitting the single mold. I finished the single mold. I gave it to my brother. It fits. It is long enough. So yay! I do not have a picture though, so I can't show you, but it is done, and I will get a picture at some point and probably post it in like a story on Instagram. So you can follow me there if you don't yet. I tend to post a lot more updates on there, so if I'm ever not able to film for quite a while, like I was right now, then you can always go over there and see what I'm up to. So yeah, so I knit that, and then immediately as soon as I finished that, I just wanted something easy and something for myself that I was really excited for, and this was definitely one of those projects. So it is a fingering weight jumper. I cannot remember what needle I used, but I did size down quite a bit because it is a very oversized jumper, and right now I still have plenty of positive ease, but it is a lot more fitted, like you were just able to see, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think I stopped the raglan maybe a bit sooner. I can't remember. I just tried it on and I wanted it to fit nicely like it is now. Like my armpit is about here, so I still have plenty of space, but it's not too tight. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. The color work was a lot of fun to do. It's been a while since I did color work, and I've only done color work in the past with really rustic yarns, and it is so easy with rustic yarns to keep your your stitches very even. And this is of course a superwash sock yarn because it's Arwetta, and yeah, to say I struggled a bit is fair. So the first time I knitted the body color work, I had the color swapped around. So instead of the light pink, I had the dark, like purpley pink as my main color. The two swapped. And I didn't really like the look. It wasn't like it wasn't working at all, but I thought this would look better, and I'm really happy that I frogged it back and I switched the colors around because I'm just so happy with how it looks now. yeah, I'm just really happy with it. So I've made the sleeves longer, as you can see, because hers I think stopped like about here, and then I didn't do any decreases, and after I did a little I-cord bind off to keep it look really nice and, you know, kind of like sleek, and I think that worked really well. So yeah, that is what I'm wearing. Of course, like the details aren't showing up that well because I knit it in black, but I might knit it again in the future in another color. So yeah, that's my first finished object, and now the second one. I'm really excited. This literally just got off my needles about an hour ago, and then I added on the last couple of buttons because I did a part of the button sewing last night, and I just had a couple more to do, and now it is done. I do still need to weave in my ends, and it does still need to be blocked, which is why I'm not wearing it right now. So this is also an acquisition. I really wanted to treat myself to some really nice yarn, because, you know, if you follow me for longer, you know that I've had a bit of a rough patch work-wise and energy, like health-wise, and I just really wanted to treat myself to something really nice and really lovely. So I decided to get La Bien-Aimée Corrie Confetti, and oh my god, it is expensive, but it is worth it. And I knit the September cardigan by Petite Knit out of it, and I am so happy with this. So the only brioche experience that I've had was the part of brioche in the Shallography, which is 2-color brioche knit flat, with just a little bit of increasing on the sides, and that's it. It's very plain and simple. So I was kind of scared diving into a full brioche garment, but it was absolutely, something flew away, I don't know what. But it was absolutely fine, and I highly recommend it, especially the combination with this yarn. It is just so lovely, and so nice and squishy and warm, but this is definitely not the last brioche that will have been on my needles. So when you knit it in 1 color flat, all you are doing is knitting, yarn over, slip, knit, yarn over, slip. It's that simple. Like when you knit it flat in 1 color, there's no purling, there's no like complicated stuff. It's just knitting and slipping and yarn overs, and it creates this really lovely squishy fabric, and I am just obsessed with it. I already had another brioche cardigan planned, which is, I think, let me look it up because I'm going to say it wrong otherwise. I have my tablet down here. I think it's called For the Love of Brioche. Yeah, so it's the For the Love of Brioche jacket by Sarah Louise Bigfra. I'm sorry, I definitely pronounced the last name wrong, but Sarah Louise. And it's quite similar to the September jacket, but it has a v-neck, and it is knit in sport weight yarn. So I had this planned in black, some black fingering or light fingering held with a black mohair, and yeah, I'm just really excited for it. But because it's black, I didn't really want to dive right into that, and sport weight, so it's quite a bit thinner. So I'm really happy I did this one first, and then now I have all the confidence to create myself the most wearable brioche cardigan jacket ever, in black. So I'm really excited for that. So that will be like definitely soon. I'll take a little break from brioche, finish some other whips, and then I'll dive into that. Probably maybe knit like a stockinette jumper in between or something. Just a little break, and then back to brioche. So yeah, September jacket. So you cast this on. The construction is a lot of fun. You cast this on in the back, like across here, and then you increase along here on both sides, and then you knit down, down until you're about here. Then you go to the front and you pick up the stitches and you knit down and increase for the neck. It's a lot of fun, really simple, and then it's just all like joined up and you just knit back and forth. And then, you know, sleeves pretty standard. You pick up the stitches for the sleeves and you decrease a bit. And that's it. It is really nice. It's really lovely. And this cardigan, as you can see, it is shut, but you don't see buttons because it has little snaps. So, and here you can clearly see I haven't done the ends yet. So this cardigan has snaps in the pattern, and I was kind of scared about it, and I talked with some people about it on Discord because I felt like, you know, snaps, they can be quite strong. You sometimes need to pull on them really hard, and it is not that nice. So I was a bit conflicted, and I was looking at, for any Dutch people that are watching, I got them at 14, I never know how to pronounce it even though it's my own language. 14neren, .nl. I never know how to pronounce it. But they have different snaps that you can sew on, and I wasn't sure which would work the best for a knitted garment. So I got the normal ones and I got magnetic ones. And I ended up going with the magnetic ones because these were not quite as strong as the normal ones, and I found out that they have a stronger and a weaker side. So the one on the top and the very bottom, I put on with the stronger side. So you do need to pull quite a bit on those. But the other ones in the middle, I put on with the weaker side, and they just, you know, you just saw it when I ripped it open. They go really easily. So I think I will, with that, I would only need to be careful opening the very top and very bottom ones, and everything in between I can just rip open and it will be fine. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I just need to weave in my ends and get this all soaked up and then all dried up, and then I can wear it next week, and it will be so nice because the weather has been pure shite, to be honest. We've just had 2 storms in a row, and then on Monday it's going to be stormy again. And in the office, my desk is right underneath where the ventilation air conditioning system blows out, so I'm just cold all day, every day. And this will be so nice to wear in the office, and with the grey it will go with everything, but still such a happy cardigan because of all the color speckles. And yeah, I'm just really happy with it. And if you were considering knitting something in brioche but you were doubting if you should do it, I recommend it. I found this really easy to get into, and petite knit, her patterns are really clear. They have just the right amount of explanation, because I personally feel like people like maybe Jessie Mead kind of over explain their patterns, and I just get confused about what to do because of all the explanations that are in there. Petite knit, she's pretty straightforward. She tells you what to do, but if you're unsure, you can go back to the top, which is where she has really clearly written out, explained how to increase, how to decrease, how to do those things. And then the construction is really clear, really simple, really easy. And if you don't understand the written instructions for a decreasing in brioche, she also has linked to tutorial videos. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It's a really easy pattern to follow. It is a lot of fun. It took me, with my full-time job, it only took me a week to knit this. I did knit solely on this. I didn't knit anything else, which is why I don't have that much to show today. So yeah, I love it. I'm going, as soon as I turn this camera off, I will put it in a nice bath and give it a soak, and it will grow. Oh, I can actually put it on to kind of show you how it fits now. But it does say at multiple points in the pattern that it will grow quite a lot. Oh, maybe I should open the buttons. So I knit the sleeves a little bit longer than I would usually do. As you can see, they're kind of bunched up because I really wanted the extra coziness of when I'm really cold. I can like pull them over my hands and be like this. And that's perfect. So this is how it looks. And there's the shoulder construction. As you can see, it fits really well. It looks really nice. Of course, the arms look a bit weird right now because I'm wearing a jumper underneath it. But in general, it's so good. It's so nice and lovely. And I'm super hot, so I'm going to take this off. And onto my one and only whip that I've actually worked on. So I know I said I would work on my current whips before gassing on new things, and I have gassed on 2 new things, this one and that one, and the next whip, and I haven't really done anything on my older whips, but it is what it is. I did do some work on my musselburgh hat, but that one is currently living in the office. For usually during break time we go out for a walk, because we have a boring office job and we're sitting all day, so it's really nice in the breaks to go outside and have a walk, even though the area is not that nice to walk in, but at least you get a little bit of movement in your body. But because the weather has been shite, I took my knitting project to work, and I forgot to take it last Friday because I suddenly left because my boss said I could work from home from the afternoon when Storm Eunice was coming in. So I just grabbed my things and left. So that one is still there. But next episode I'll have it finished because it's getting close. And when the weather is getting nicer, it will come home and then I will work on it to finish it. So anyway, new cast on, really exciting, really excited about this. So it's living in my Bubbles and Berries bag, which is the Scottish Wildflowers one, and it's just a nice little reminder of my time in Scotland. If you didn't know, I am Dutch, I live in the Netherlands, but previously I've lived and worked in Scotland for about 2 years. So and because I lived there, I didn't really buy any souvenirs because it felt weird to buy souvenirs for when you live there. But now that I'm back home, I kind of would have wanted some souvenirs. So I'm really happy with this and just this nice little reminder of my time there, even though I didn't buy it when I was there. Yeah. Anyway, in here lives some more Filcolana Arwetta. I cannot remember the color name. I do not have the bands anymore. Although, I just remembered, I do have it on my Ravelry. So let me look it up. It is color 267 and it's called Syrin. So SYRIN 267. And I am knitting the new socks by Fibertails. These are the VAR socks. So they will have a little bit later, when I get a bit more stockinette done, I will get my embroidery needle out and they will have little adorable flowers on here. And I'm really excited for it. I'm really, I've been wearing my hand knitted socks since autumn, pretty much every day to work with my boots that are from Hobbit & Co. They're the adventure boots, are they called? Something like that. But they're from Hobbit & Co. They have like one pair of boots without those. They're really comfortable and great with knitted socks. and these seemed like the perfect little boot socks to wear with those. So yeah, I'm glad to be knitting socks again, because I quite lost my sock mojo, but these really got me excited. I knit them like I always do, which is 2 at a time on magic loop. I have on 2.25 millimeter needles. These are the Chiagu red lace needles, and usually I knit my socks toe up, so it's kind of fun as well to start on the other side for once. And to actually follow a pattern. I never follow a sock pattern. I have my own vague sock recipe that I just follow, and that's it. So yeah, socks with some interest. I'm really enjoying knitting these. I don't really have much to say about it as of now, because I still need to make the main attraction of the socks. But yeah, the yarn is really nice. I think I will make the flowers in like an off-white color. And I think they will be really nice. Oh, one thing I forgot to say about my September jacket. So I knitted in La Bien-Aimée Corrie Confetti. I had bought 4 skeins. I made size 2. I think a little bit of a smaller, tiny bit of a smaller gauge. It might still grow to the gauge after blocking, but I don't know that yet because of the full weight of the garments and stuff like that. But technically it's a slightly smaller, which is why it's a bit more fitted on me. So I got 4 skeins, and this is what I have left. I didn't do the pockets. I don't think I will do them, but I will weigh this yarn, and if it's enough, I want to make a Harlow worsted by Andrea Mowry, the hat, the brioche hat, together with some pink handspun I have. That's pretty much the same weight as it, maybe a little bit thicker, but I feel like that doesn't matter that much in brioche. So but I'll have to weigh this first to see if it's enough. I really hope it is. And then we are on to acquisitions. I only have 2 acquisitions, so it's not too bad. So I'm not going to do the whole rumble about if you don't like it and stuff. It's just 2. So the first one is Holst Supersoft announced their new collection, which is really exciting for me. And they had these really lovely, more like spring colors. And I was really excited. And the first picture I saw of their new collection was a lavender color. And if you've been watching this for longer, you know that like pinks and purples and lavenders are my absolute favorite, together with like dark grays or blacks. So like this jumper is just perfect. And I got a cone, and I'm so excited. So it's a very pale lavender, not quite as pale as it's showing up right now. It has a bit more color to it, but it is quite pale. Let me see. Nah, that doesn't do it much better. No, that just makes it white. Yeah, that's about right, I guess. Anyway, just staring at my screen to see if it's right. It has a slightly bit more color than what is showing up on the camera. But this is a colorway Princess, and it's a 500 gram cone, and I just fell in love with it. I thought I just need it. I didn't have any plans for it, but I did have a little look around, and there is this pattern by Caitlin Hunter that is in fingering weight, and I think it will look really lovely. So it's, the pattern is, I'm just looking it up, the pattern is Navelli, and it's another one of those similar to this, but with the color work on the bottom hem. And I think I will knit this out of it, but with long sleeves. And maybe I'll add like parts of the color work to the sleeve. I don't know, maybe I'll do something a little fancy, but maybe I'll just keep that plain. But I was thinking, this as the main color, then I have a cone of Oxford. So Oxford instead of the black in the picture. There. And then she has like a creamy color. Somewhere, I don't know where, I have some leftovers of Holst Supersoft in the color Iced, which is a really, really light blue, and I think it will be so lovely. So that's a plan. I can knit more than that probably out of this, so we'll see. This is still attached to my Moses knitings, but I haven't done any work on that, so I'm not showing it. Then my other acquisition was the Corrie Confetti, and I have bought Nutiden. I'll just show it. I got this gorgeous color. I got 500 grams of this, and I think I will make one of it's not the wild posy jumper, but it's quite similar. I think it's like the wildflower or the wildflower path, or I can't remember. It's by the same designer as the wild posy jumper, whose name is also absolutely blanking out of my mind. Oh, I do not have it queued up. That is annoying. Oh, Melody Hoffman. And it has also these like embroidered flowers on it, and I think it will be really pretty. I might also make something else out of it, because we all know that I change plans a lot. So we don't know what this is going to be, but it is really soft, it's really nice, and I am excited to be knitting with this again, because it has been a while since I've knit with Nutiden. So that was it for this episode. Even though it's been a while, I feel like I didn't have much to show, but I did have a couple big things. Like I had this jumper and I had the September jacket. So yeah, I think like from now on you kind of can expect a bit bigger gaps between episodes, because of course I have less time to knit. I also have less time to record, or less chances to record. So it's gonna be a bit weird. I hope that's okay. But yeah, I'm always active on Instagram, and you can always ask me questions or send me a message or anything like that. I have all my socials and anything I talked about links below. Click the little chevron, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're doing well, and goodbye.